Alright, so today we got one Kevin Durant fan versus 10 KD haters. And y'all know I'm a Kevin Durant fan, bruh. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. This is an hour long video. This video going to be long, but yeah, I want to see what they're talking about. I gotta watch this one. 10 SJ fans versus 10 SJ haters. I gotta watch that. I'm an SJ hater. I'm gonna be on the side of the SJ haters on this one. An hour and a half. An hour and a half though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The title says best in now. Let me just focus on this video. Let's focus on it. I'm on the set of Kevin Durant fan though. And I know the one thing that they're gonna talk about is him going to the Warriors. I know the one thing, a talking point in this whole video is him going to the Warriors. I'm just waiting for it.
KD is the most pure scorer in NBA history. Tell me why he is.
Durant is probably the best hooper, but the greatest player, embodies so much more.
You got Kyrie, James Harden. Then he went to Phoenix. Now he's in Houston. He's gonna.
Okay. Just because you say it's not.
They say that he's gonna fail. Oh my god, I'm telling you, he is not, bro. He didn't, bro. Y'all not talking. You talking about the Warriors? He didn't fail on the Warriors though.
Then he went to Phoenix.
Greatest player, embodies so much more.
You got Kyrie, James
Not gonna let look. He cooking him right now. They got a whole quarter and everything.
Harden. Then he went to Phoenix. Now he's in Houston. He's gonna.
But what we asking like players be winning every year though? They're talking about KD is failing on every team. Who has won back to back this decade? Who has won back to? No one has won. Kevin Durant has more rings than almost everybody in this decade. He has 2. Who else out? Jason Taylor has 1. Let me talk. If you're talking about the legends in the NBA right now, Nikola Jokic has 1. Giannis has 1. Giannis has been failing his entire career since he won the championship. Even it's not his fault. His team was trash, but he has been failing. KD is not the only one struggling to win. Giannis literally has never made a conference final since he won a championship. He's not the only one. What are y'all talking about right now?
Just because you say it's not true doesn't make yours true.
No, it is
you
true.
say no, it doesn't.
Okay.
You're rage baiting.
LeBron represents domination. LeBron represents equality. LeBron is motherfucking Captain America. All right.
I'm a KD fan, and I'm in here to defend his legacy from all this toxicity and these haters back here.
KD is one of the most underappreciated, most
I agree.
talented, but also the most
Polarizing. I hate it.
criticized NBA star of all time.
My first claim today is that KD gets unfairly criticized for joining the Warriors back in 2017.
I can't help you with this one. But I want to hear your point. Because what he did to Russell Westbrook and the OKC Thunder was so dirty and nasty, bruh. He blew a 3-1 lead to a 70-win team, and that's when I joined. That's one thing that I can't defend KD for. That is so weird and soft. I honestly think that KD doesn't have a ring. He doesn't have a real ring. Those Warriors rings don't count to me, even as a KD fan. I credit how he lost. That is so not Mamba mentality. That is so weird. I wonder what Kobe would think about that, or what he said about it. This dude blew a 3-1 lead to a team, and then said, I'm gonna join them anyways. Bro, you should have been staying on the OKC Thunder and try to beat that team again. That is so weird to me. KD was so weird for that.
I don't think he
I love it. I'm gonna watch this whole video, bro. This is an hour long.
criticized nearly enough. I think look, an Oklahoma City resident, if he even utters the name KD in a positive light, he should be banned from Oklahoma. Okay? Look, I speak on behalf of every single Oklahoma City fan ever. Look, we can go.
I don't blame y'all. I don't blame y'all.
I know everyone's gonna mention yes. He blows a 3-1 lead. He goes to 73-9 Warriors. Everyone's talking about it. But let's think about the context of that, right? The Warriors lost to the Cavs, so now we see the Warriors are beatable. There's cracks in the armor. If I'm Kevin Durant, I'm saying, look, we got.
That's true, bro. They were literally cracks, bro. They just got beat by the Cavaliers, and you decided, nah, let me just join them and make them better. Like, come on, now.
Against the Warriors. Let's retool. Let me stay with the Thunder. Let me
Exactly.
retool. Let's do something else. We can beat the Warriors. And then
That was so soft for him, bro. I really can't defend KD for that.
we'll play the Cavs, right? But no, what does Kevin Durant do? He says, no, you know what? I want to take the easy way out. I want to say Westbrook. Let me go over here and just and you win the easiest 2 rings ever and the fakest 2 rings ever.
Yeah, I agree. Even as a KD fan.
Our forefathers in the
Let me hear what he got to say. I don't know how you could even defend that decision that KD made.
NBA, players wanted
Let me see what he.
more freedom, more ability to move around the league, right? They fought for that.
Just because you have freedom doesn't mean that you have to exercise it, though. Dog, that was too much free will on his hands. That was too much free will. This dude, this is like what his point is like when an NBA player plays bad and then they start posting his family and saying this dude has a family, start hitting on him. This dude really gonna say, yeah, KD, he have freedom. He has his freedom to go to any other team that he want. This is so soft, bro. KD was soft for doing that.
Multiple CBAs.
No,
have
bro, this is
undergone
not it.
construction in order for players to have the freedom to change and go to a team that they desire. What's wrong with him simply exercising his right? He said he wasn't enjoying ball as much, and so he went to a team where he felt he could.
You could do what you want.
That's all it comes down to.
Of course. It's freedom. But to this day, I think he could have won with OKC. I think he could have won 2 or 3 with OKC if he stayed, right? And I think to this day, I truly believe Kevin Durant regrets that decision because he is on Twitter as of August 3rd, a couple days ago, arguing with dudes. That's something that happened 10 years ago, and I know 100% he needs to be more criticized for that thing. I don't think we talk about it nearly enough.
I think that iteration of the Thunder sort of hit their head on the proverbial ceiling. It's one thing to be upset with the team he goes to, but for him to utilize his freedom to do so, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Bro, this is not. What are you talking about? This is not basketball that you're talking about. You're saying, oh, he have freedom. This is not basketball that we're talking about. You're talking. This is so soft. A soft explanation.
It's the unfair part of the criticism. You can be mad at the team, but he exercised his right. He played long enough, and
LT, bro.
had the contract in order to go. There's nothing wrong with that.
That is everything wrong with that.
First of all, my boy Timothy Chalamet, he was talking. All right? He was talking. All right. Now, first of all, if we get jumped tomorrow and we lose, and I see y'all hanging out with the people that
I like this analogy. I like where this is going.
jumped us.
I like where this is going.
No, that's not cool. That don't even make sense. How you gonna leave after blowing the 3-1 lead? Well, he shot 12 for 31, then 10 for 31.
Yeah, how are you gonna leave after blowing a trip? That is crazy to me. Even as a KD fan.
He didn't show up, huh? You know who did though? Every year after that.
Wait, he picks the questions. What did he even think to come up with this one? What did he think that he had to talk about this? There is no right answer for KD being unfairly criticized. There is no reason that he shouldn't be criticized. He always should be criticized for joining the Warriors.
He could have stayed. That's all I'm saying. Shaw got the ring, but you couldn't. I didn't see Shaw leave.
Shade.
I didn't see Russell beg to leave. All I'm saying is,
Bro, you an NBA fan calling Shea just Alexander Shea? Really, bro? That's literally my name too, gang.
left
leave.
the people that beat you. He didn't leave right after
asked
like
for
him.
the trade, but he asked for the trade.
All I'm saying is KD left the team that beat him. It don't matter if Draymond pulled up crying, talking about we need you, man. You lost to. You telling me the Warriors that beat you lost to LeBron? So y'all said, we got to team up and beat LeBron. What that say about LeBron? He's Thanos. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He left his team for the team that beat him. No loyalty.
Yeah, what's wrong with winning? And he still went.
That is disgusting. That is a disgusting mentality. Especially when you had a team that could have won and you still went to the other team. That is disgusting. It's not like the OKC Thunder were bums. They were a good team. And it was KD's fault too that they lost also. And he still, you know what? How crazy it is for your star player to blow a 3-1 lead. He didn't play the best. And then he said, yeah, I'm going to the team that beat us. I would have been so mad at that, bruh. I would have been so mad. KD, you are weird for that.
Out there and balled out.
So you went to the best team instead
And
of just
balled out.
staying there
Well,
and trying to get
unless,
better.
Unless you're counting the NBA champs as the best team, then the Cavs are the best
So
team.
he couldn't go to the front office and try to get somebody? He couldn't do nothing?
I don't think they had any
No,
flexibility.
no loyalty. That's all I'm saying, man. And he frail. Like, again, he built like the Roman numerals. That's all I got to say.
What's good, bro? Now, again, my main point here, he was a free agent. He has every right to go to whichever team he wants.
All right, that's a good take. That's a good take.
No, it's not.
So here's mine. When we talk about NBA superstars, right, the likes of KD, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, those guys, right, they're held to a certain standard. That's just the way it goes. Now, I assume if you, as a fan of the game as I am, you love the narratives, the storylines,
sure.
the big things that come with the game that make you feel like, damn, this is why I'm a fan of the NBA.
Yeah.
LeBron, let's take his situation, 2010. We already know
Miami
what
Heat.
happens, loses in the playoffs.
That was a valid team, though. The Cavaliers were trash.
Goes over to Miami.
Yeah.
So was that unfair criticism to LeBron as well?
I thought it was unfair. Now, again, it's
Yeah.
different because obviously Miami didn't win the championship
Yep.
that year. But still, he decided to go team up, you know what I'm saying, with two other bona fide superstars.
Yep.
So, but I still thought there was no need to criticize him on that. It was free agent. Wasn't like he forced his way there. Utilized his freedom of choice and movement.
All right, so as an NBA fan, like we just said, we love the storylines, we love the narratives, we love that diehard mentality that these superstars bring to their teams. That is the weakest move of any NBA superstar that gets criticized at the highest point in NBA media. Those criticisms are fair as a pure hoop fan. You don't think so?
That's because someone has freedom doesn't mean as a hoop fan. That's very true. That's because he has freedom to do whatever he wants. Doesn't mean that you can't criticize him. I literally have freedom to run over a baby right now. I could go and drive a car. I have the freedom, the free will to go and drive over a baby. I want to do it though. I know I'm comparing KD, joining the Warriors, to running over a baby, but it might as well be the same thing. It might as well be the same thing, dog. That was an L decision by KD.
I'm gonna tell you why right now.
love
Okay,
to
so
hear it.
I mean, guys, you're gonna say he had a right to exercise his freedom. Shut up, bro.
yes, the Warriors at the time were the defending champs, and they were up 3-1. Not taken away from that. He played like down the stretch of those games. Absolutely. Not taken away from that. But I think it's unfair, and the reason why, I think we can all say if the Warriors in that current form face the Cavs again after they lost, I think we can all say the Cavs were going to win again, right?
Probably.
So then that means there is a need. There's some type of hole.
Don KD going to the Warriors, that changed LeBron's whole career, bro. I wonder how long LeBron would have been on the Cavs.
Warriors roster if they can't get over that hump, right? That
We're
Warriors
in
team
the
wasn't
same
going to win another
conference.
championship
I was
as
up
constructed.
3-1 against you, and now I join you to beat everybody. That's a weak move.
You just told me you didn't think they would beat the Cavs if they faced them again
I
as
did.
constructed.
But we're not
they
talking about a whack
so
team.
So
We're
they
talking
need.
about a
Hold on.
We're not talking about the roster construction. We're talking about KD. It was good roster construction. I'm not blaming the Warriors, but I'm blaming KD for even going there after getting beat up 3-1. He was down 3-1. I played terribly. And then he went to the team that beat him. That was shameless. As hell. Very shameless.
So they
with the
needed-
unanimous MVP.
Hold on, but all
two
I'm
of the
saying
greatest
is-
shooters in history.
You said they couldn't beat. How were they going to beat the Cavs? You said they weren't going to beat them.
But
again.
we aren't talking about the Warriors, though. We are talking about KD. KD and the Warriors are two different things. The Warriors did a good decision getting KD. KD should have stayed on the Thunder. I don't care. Those rings do not count.
They needed KD.
I didn't say
So
they
there's
needed
nothing
him.
weak about that. He's a need and he filled it. That's
Weak
what it comes
move.
down to.
I don't respect it, and the media should.
Not LA. He cooking, but it be talking about contacts. The team needed a need, and he filled it. But the context was what happened before he got there. What led to that moment of him going there? What team did he go to? The context of why he went there is terrible.
Respect it either.
I wonder what the judges are gonna pick.
You got the freedom that you shouldn't get criticized. Just because you got the freedom to do something that does not mean you can't get criticized. I got the freedom to buy some spoiled milk and I drink and get sick. I can get criticized. You on your arm you have a brand.
That's what he said, bro. That's what he said earlier. I have the freedom to get a car run over, baby. That means they shouldn't. That doesn't mean I should do it, and they shouldn't be criticized for it. You feel me? Like, you got freedom to do whatever you want, but you can still get criticized for it. That's because you have freedom to do something. Doesn't mean you can't have an opinion on something. Like, come on.
Mega Psi Phi. So right now, if you had a step contest against the Kappa Alpha Psi, another fraternity, which you know Divine Nine, them boys beat you. You mean to tell me you gonna renounce your letters and go join Kappa so you can win the step contest?
this is attack.
That's what you gonna tell me?
Okay. First part of your point that started off strong, but I'm gonna tell you why. This is apples and oranges. This is actual like lifetime commitment. You're signing a contract with the team. He played out his contract. That's all he's required to do. After that, he's free to go choose to.
But that doesn't mean that because you have freedom doesn't mean that you know the conversation is about criticism, right? That he's unafraid to criticize. He is not. Just because you have freedom to do something doesn't mean that you can't be criticized. That's what the judges are saying this and thinking about this. Just because you have freedom to do something doesn't mean you can't be criticized for it. That was a weak move. You got me here hating on KD like I'm a KD hater. I'm not.
Is sign a contract with whatever team or organization. So that's the difference. You can't compare that to that.
Yes, you
It's not a
can.
lifetime commitment.
People who renounce don't go join other organizations either.
I wonder what the judges are gonna pick.
Point is he had the freedom to do it. Just because you have the freedom to do something does not mean you are totally absolved from criticism.
This is an argument. This is an argument based on emotion, and if someone says, "I think this is weak because it's an emotional reaction," and you're saying, "Well, technically, he's well within his right to be weak," it's not a winning argument. You're right. It's not
Yeah,
a winning
exactly. The judges are cooking. The judges are actually cooking. The judges are cooking. That's
argument,
cooking.
and this is about winning arguments.
That's
And we got
cooking.
Yeah.
They got it.
100%
They won that one.
The haters, they got this one.
Yeah, you didn't have an argument. Where did you pick this question? Where did you pick this?
Yeah.
The haters got it. Durant was the greatest player on the On the what?
I think you did a good job of kind of like speaking to like him being able to exercise his free will. Like, yeah, he's allowed to do that. But I think the people in this room who have played basketball before, we all remember that time in our lives when it went from a fun game to something that was competitive, right? And you know that when you play pickup and you go fives with another team and you lose, you're not, let's mix it up to have some fun. Nah, run that back. You know what I mean? So
Bro, he not happy. Oh, bro, it's actually fast, though, bro. It's actually fast.
So he was allowed to make whatever
It's
decision
actually
he wanted to
facts.
make for sure, but you are going to get criticized.
That was
and
such a weak move. Weakest move in NBA history.
it's no unfair to it. If you don't like it, go play down south. Go play something else. I don't know.
We'll
My
play
next
volleyball.
claim is
All
that
right.
KD was the greatest player on the greatest team in NBA history.
That's not crazy to say. That is not crazy at all.
Greatest player on the greatest team.
Obviously, I disagree. What specific year are you talking about?
We're talking the 2017. team.
2017. First year KD gets there.
Yeah.
How can he be the best player when the 2 years prior, Steph was already better than KD? Steph is coming off of back-to-back MVPs. He's coming off one of the best
Well, aren't we talking about in this year, though? In this particular season? He was better.
offensive seasons we've ever seen from a player. Now that KD goes to Steph's team, how is KD better?
I'm gonna answer your question with a question because I want to know before I can. I feel like before I
Yeah.
answer, I need this. What is exactly outside of shooting? What is Steph better than KD at?
Listen, he is a better shooter and he is a better passer than KD. If all we're trying to do is win basketball games, Steph has that over KD. He has that. He has the two MVPs prior to him. He has a championship prior to him. Even after KD left, the system doesn't change. Why? Because Steph Curry's the system. Because Steph because Steph is
You're
still
right.
there.
No, you're
Steph-
right. But they also had that lull, right? For Steph, for you to say that.
Yes, when Klay Thompson blew out his Achilles and his ACL, and Steph broke his hand. So when everybody's healthy, they win championships.
we just saw them healthy last year too, right?
They won.
Now take Steph won before KD. Absolutely, he won
and,
after
and he,
him.
And he won after him.
But I'm saying,
and
but
in the situations, has Kevin Durant been to the conference finals since he left Steph Curry's team?
we're talking individual at this point on that team. Who was the better player, or who was the greatest player on that team?
Go ahead.
Steph's offensive impact, absolutely. I'm not taking away from that, but KD impacted the other areas of the game at a much greater level. Steph was.
I feel that the KD hater is going all around the world to avoid talking about is KD the greatest player on that specific team. He's talking about, Steph Curry won before and after KD. That means that he's better. But we talking about a specific year. He was on that specific time KD was on the Warriors. He was the greatest player ever. He was the greatest player ever, gang. I'm not. You feel me? He was the greatest player ever. Ever in NBA history. He was the greatest. For that moment of time, we're not talking about the Brooklyn Nets era. We're not talking about the Phoenix Suns. We're talking about in that moment of time, he was the best.
Still being hidden on people defensively and hunted, right? We saw that.
Okay.
You can't do that with
Yeah,
KD.
I'm not saying
I
that.
mean, yeah,
I'm not saying
they couldn't do that. KD was an elite rebounder because he was still athletic at that point. He was still an elite rebounder, and then offensively as well. He fit well into the system and was still able to go get his down the stretch when the Warriors couldn't. When they were getting mucked up and they needed a bucket, who did they go to? Respectfully, it wasn't Steph. They dumped it down there to KD.
Before KD got to Golden State, I think we can both say that once he got there, he was a better rebounder and a better defender than he was in OKC. Correct?
I'm gonna disagree with that only because I think his last 2
You,
years.
you don't think he got better once he went to Golden State?
I don't think so.
I do. I will say that I do think that KD went up a level, but he was able to go up a level because he was able to play free because Steph Curry allowed Steph Curry and Steph Curry's gravity allowed him to do everything. If we're playing basketball, like, yes, somebody can go and score 27. Give me the 5 guys who can impact winning the most. Steph Curry is one of the 5 best impactful players of all time.
I'm not taking away from that, but what I'm saying,
it sets the stage for
if you
Kevin
put
Durant.
them on, but I mean, this is why team construction is so important. When we're looking, like, you can't look at everything in a vacuum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Team construction, all the spacing the Warriors had allows for that to happen.
And
right?
how does that spacing get there?
Well, I mean, they had yes,
He cut him right there. He cut him.
obviously.
Everybody has a role to play on the team. Steph Curry had the gravity, I could tell you that. But KD was out there scoring buckets. He was out there scoring. I remember they had a report that came out recently that KD was trying to get Steph the Finals MVP, and he just couldn't do it because KD was too good. He just couldn't get Steph the Finals MVP because he was just too good. If KD was the greatest of all time on that team.
Steph, not taken away, but they also had Klay. They had so much spacing on the bench. They were the best 3-point shooting team in history. That's what I'm saying.
Led by who? The best shooter of all time.
They had two people hitting over 200. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is it starts and stops with Steph Curry. And so if you're building that team, you start with Steph Curry and then you fill the pieces around it. And I think that because of that, Steph Curry's impact makes him the better player.
I don't think so, only because one side of the ball isn't enough. It wasn't enough then. He had a great team around him with great defense, and I think if he didn't have said pieces around him, it wouldn't matter. I think if you would have dropped KD into that same spacing earlier in his career, it would have been a different story. If you look at the teams KD played on OKC, anytime they had at least 3 individuals who shot 40% from 3, which only happened 3 other times in his career at OKC, they went to the conference finals. When they failed to have more than 2 people who shot over 40% from 3, meaning he had some space to operate, they did not advance to the conference finals or further. That's what I'm saying.
That was a good convo. I'm gonna hear one more person from this argument, and then I'm gonna go skip to the end and see who won.
State your claim.
I think KD was the greatest player on the greatest team in NBA history.
The greatest team, the Celtics, won 11 championships in 13 years.
Bro, we talking about range to identify the greatest team. But the Warriors would sleepwalk the Celtics, the Bill Russell Celtics. Bro, Bill Russell was basically RIP Bill Russell, but he was basically a role player. That was on an amazing team. I want to see Bill Russell go through some adversity. Put him on another team, bro. Let me see what he could really do. He was out there averaging 15 points per game, 14 points per game, dog. Like, come on. The Warriors would sleepwalk there, especially in the era that they were playing in, where there were only 11 teams. Nah, bro. They would think that they would be doing with. They would think that what KD and Steph were doing was witchcraft. Shooting they would tree ball like that, dribbling like that, they wouldn't have time, bro.
The Bulls won 6 in 8 years. They probably would have won 8 if Jordan never went on his baseball sabbatical. And then I think the Laker, Kobe, Shaq years.
Hell no.
Their prime was actually better. If we go to KD specifically during that dynasty, they won a championship before KD. They won a championship after KD. So I don't know how he is the greatest player on that team, and that team is definitely not the greatest team ever.
Okay, thank you. You got there. I was going to say you're naming franchises. We're not talking franchises. We're talking individual team in NBA history.
Yeah, those teams were better.
No.
During those dynasties, those individual teams were better.
There wasn't a single.
Just because you shake your head don't mean not true.
No, I mean.
How do you even calculate that? How do you even know if a team was better in a different era? Like, how do you know what was the best individual team? By their performance against the other teams that were playing, right? This is kind of hard to think about, like. I think that the Warriors were that's the bad. Like, people were like, I don't know how that's winning, but the Warriors were so good. People were that's bored of the NBA. People know, like, the Warriors are going to let's go to the NBA and they're going to let's sleepwalk the entire. The Warriors were amazing. If you watch that team, they were so good. Like, there was nothing nobody could do. They were so good that they didn't even really have to practice or anything. I know y'all saw that video of the Warriors warming up. They had Klay Thompson in his slippers and stuff. They were just messing around. That's a fun team that were just messing around, doing whatever they want. No team can compare to that team. No way.
Doesn't make just because you say it's not true doesn't make yours true.
No, it is true.
Say no, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Go ahead.
I don't like getting. It's gonna get me out. You're rage baiting me. I'm not gonna rise to it.
I'm speaking my truth.
There isn't a single Celtics team from the '80s dynasty I would take over that Warriors.
I agree.
They would get shot out the gym.
I agree.
Quickly. I'm not taking.
I agree.
I'll listen on the Jordan 72-10 team.
They can't hang either.
Warriors, it's absolutely them. I'll take that. The Shaq Kobe Lakers,
no.
and particularly that 2000-2001 season. That's a team in that conversation.
Lakers, Kareem Lakers, 5 championships.
I'm not taking them.
No.
Listen, the Lakers competition was way better than the Warriors competition. In the 2 KD years, right, that they won a championship, Kevin Love was concussed. LeBron had a broken hand. The second year they won the championship, Kyrie already left. And that's just the KD years. If you think about Magic was playing against Bird every single year. Who's the better small forward than KD, by the way?
Not rising to that.
No.
LeBron by himself is a greater player than any one of those dynasties you mentioned. He's better than Jordan. So
even while injured, he's better than every one of those dynasties.
Off the strength, if we want to go off the competition, there was that. Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I'm saying. And my thing is, well, you really didn't. You talked more than team. I don't think any of those teams you mentioned. Again, I'll listen mostly on the Lakers and that Bulls. But even then, I don't think they had the versatility defensively. Now the Lakers had Shaq. There will never be anybody who can ever stop Shaq. You couldn't stop him with a whole team. Not taking away from that, but I think the pieces around them weren't as strong as what the Warriors had built.
80s Lakers, their two best players were better than anybody that was on the Warriors, right?
I'll take Steph. You could drop Steph on any one of those Lakers teams, and he would be like
better than Kareem and Magic?
Yeah,
yeah.
Steph,
I think Steph would be better than Magic.
This dude overrating the other teams. He's overrating other dynasty. That's to hate on KD. He is rage baiting. This is prime rage baiting right here. He's overrating other teams, bro. He knows that those Magic and Wilt teams can't hang with the Warriors. He does rage baiting. He knows this.
He cannot do more than.
He doesn't actually believe this. There's no way.
If you drop Steph or KD into the 80s, they would think that it's like witch magic.
Exactly. They would be hosting Rich Trust in the NBA.
Like them.
He wouldn't even be able to do that.
Wait?
Like his mindset would be different.
No, bro. What are you talking about? Mindset, gang? Y'all try to say this with LeBron, but LeBron was dominating in the era y'all were calling the hardest era ever. He was dominating in the 2000s. Bro, Steph Curry would destroy. They would not know how to guard him. They wouldn't even know how to guard with Embiid. Maybe he would be dropping 60 points per game or 100 points per game if he was dropping in the 90s and 70s and 80s.
You mean
it's a different era?
No.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. He did change the era. That's fair. He did change basketball, but
yeah, you keep walking it back.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I think the Warriors team changed the whole way the game of basketball is played fundamentally. We started seeing spacing on levels never before.
I don't disagree with that.
All right, let me see what the judges say. This is an hour-long video, bro. I'm not gonna sit here for long.
I think the fan was making points. He had me until the final point for why the Warriors are the best team was based on cumulative total victories over a team that won the same percentage. There's just less games being played, and then a lot of other people obviously mentioned other comparable great teams. And I don't feel like the fan did a good job of explaining why the Warriors have to be number one.
Okay, I like that point. For me personally, I'm going with the fan. He brought up amazing points. One of the best ones that he brought up was how that 2017 team as an individual would blow any other team out in history, simply because of shooting and how they transformed the game.
Okay, I don't know if I believe that what you just said, but I will say that the fan did a really good job of explaining why Kevin Durant was the best player on his team. Whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. I just think he did a good job of explaining why KD was so special. However, I'm giving it to the haters because there are just too many. They gave too many examples of better teams with better leading men.
Better teams?
So because of that, I'm giving it to the haters.
My next claim is that KD is the most pure scorer in NBA history.
All right, let me get this on this, Spacey. KD is talking all out Spacey. KD is the greatest US. I don't care about that. Every athlete should use it. Every athlete should what?
Every athlete should utilize social media the way KD does.
All right, I'm going to watch that. I'm watching this one. I don't care about this. I'm watching this. I don't care about the USA basketball one. I'm watching this and the social media one. Let me hear this one. KD is top 10 all time. That should be a given. That should be a given.
I think.
My next claim is that KD is top 10 all time.
Damn.
Oh, they got him quick as hell.
Kevin Durant is not top 10 all time. Actually, I think he's probably top 20 or top 30. The reason why we got so many players that we can name over him. We got LeBron. We got the GOAT, Michael Jordan. We got Kareem.
I don't give you that.
We got Shaq. We got Hakeem.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
So nope. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta put Steph Curry over KD. I gotta do it.
Tim Duncan, Bird, all these players
that are... I don't got Bird over him. I don't got Bird over him at all. Please talk about Bird. Please talk about Bird.
Are way...
Stop it at Bird, KD. Fine, please.
Are way better than Kevin Durant.
What puts Larry Bird?
Thank you.
Because if we're looking just from a statistical standpoint, KD has more everything. So I'm curious, are we talking championships?
KD keeps hitting the transfer portal every single time. Well, hold on, Larry Bird.
What does that have to do with basketball? What does that switching teams all the time have to do with being better than someone? Just because Larry Bird stayed on one team means that doesn't make sense. Just because he's going to a different team means that doesn't mean nothing. Let's real basketball fans. Let's talk about anything besides the game of basketball. Let's do some main argument about why KD isn't top 10 because he went on too much teams. That is dumb. That is bogus, bro. That is so bogus. Very bogus.
Stayed with that team and it has how many rings?
So you hold on. So you understand how the draft used to work back then, though, right?
Okay.
Back then, like Larry Bird and the Celtics, famously, in case y'all didn't know, in '86 they won the NBA title and then had the number 1 pick the very next season. That's not even possible today. So Celtics were able to stack dynasties, as were the Lakers.
Well, it actually
back
is
then
possible.
in
So I'm gonna stop you right there. Did we not just see what happened to Dallas?
They did not win a championship.
They traded literally an all-time great. Luka Doncic is literally like top 3 right now.
You said it didn't happen, and it
Well,
happened.
I mean, but they didn't win a championship. So
Exactly, they didn't win a championship. This dude is stupid, bro. This he is stupid. He said championship. He said championship. Come on.
It's not even in the same combo. You can't compare the two.
Let's
That's
go
apples
back.
and
Let's go
oranges.
back to KD as being top
And then the
20.
year that Luka got traded, they didn't win a championship. They were in the play and lost. They were a team that could have got a number 1 overall pick easily.
all time, right? The reason why he's not
Where you know the hitter is winning?
because he has never been the best player on his team and carry that team to a championship. He had to go join the 73-9 Warriors to go ride Stephen Curry's coattail, and then he went.
What does that have to do with being the better player? The team that you're on, what does that have to be do? What does that have to do? That's a narrative point that you're making. What does that have to do with being the better player? Not being able to carry a team. That's some stuff you will hear on Twitter. That is some stuff you will hear on Twitter. He came on that team, Steph Curry, one of the greatest players of all time, and ran the Warriors. He ran that team. He was in the playoffs dominating, winning finals MVP in Steph Curry City. Don't talk to me about carrying. When he did a harder job of being a dominant player with other superstar by his side, another top 10 player on his side, and he was still dominating. Don't talk to me about carrying when he did what he did.
Yeah.
Same thing. You got Kyrie, James Harden. Then he went to Phoenix. Now he's in Houston. He's gonna.
Okay.
What does that have to do with being the better player, though? We are talking individually. You are talking about teams. Hit the lab, bruh. Hit the lab.
Okay, so let me start off by countering. Okay, I know this is a super touchy subject for Warriors fans, but Steve Kerr was on the Zach Lowe podcast June 14th, 2017, and he made the claim himself that Steph Curry was underneath KD in the hierarchy of NBA players. He said it was LeBron, Kawhi, and KD. Zach Lowe said, isn't Steph going to be upset that you have KD above him? He said no, because he understands KD impacts the game in more ways than him right now. He said KD was guarding LeBron in the finals. He switched out and guarded K-Love, and he switched on the perimeter and guarded Kyrie as well.
Yeah.
KD was the number 1 option on that Warriors team. I
On
want
both
to take away
sides.
from Steph's impact offensively. Nobody has that gravity, but KD was the best player on that team, and Kerr said it himself.
Good points. Good points. Steve Kerr not a real coach.
Yeah.
That gotta be a Jason Tatum fan.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Theatrics.
Oh, it's
Theatrics.
707
Oh,
damage right
hold
now,
on.
too.
Before you get started, let me name my top 10. So before
Name your top 10.
Okay, it's Bron. You got Jordan. You got Kareem. You got Shaq. I put Timmy D in there. You got Kobe in there. I got Hakeem in there. I got Magic Johnson. KD probably around 9, and I got Steph right there 10. That's
So
my
you
10.
got KD at the bottom of your top 10. You got to understand there are a lot of boys that's going to come for that spot, and they're better than him. One, Jokic. We're going to add Jokic in there. So get
Jokic is
KD out of
entering.
there.
No, yeah, Jokic is entering some
So,
special
top
territory.
10, we got to add
But he not better than KD yet.
Jokic in there. Giannis. Let's add Giannis.
Giannis not better than KD yet.
And there's those two names right there kick KD out of your top 10.
What? They're not in the top 10? They're not better than KD all time? Oh my gosh. Okay, buddy.
Other top 10 you name, I'm with it. But then you got a lot of other people that's arguably in that position.
But how does Giannis at this stage? I can hear the Jokic, absolutely. But where does Giannis clear him right now? Outside of he has one more regular season MVP than KD. How is he clearing KD?
KD is way older than Giannis. Giannis got like his rest of his prime and the rest of
but
his
I'm
career
saying,
to
you
catch
say
up
right
in
now-
Y'all really think that Giannis is going to do anything for the rest of his prime? Like, he's playing good at everything, but I don't ever see the Bucks winning the championship every game. But they got to get mad lucky. I know the Eastern Conference is bad, but come on. They got to go against the Thunder and the Nuggets and the rest of the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, no one in the Western Conference is getting beat with the Bucks. I'm so serious. The Bucks haven't been impressive since they won the championship. Now they lost all of their pieces. Damn near everybody on that championship team is gone.
But you said right now, we're talking top 10 right now. You said,
Yeah, I mean,
you said
right
he's
now,
already,
yeah.
but you just said he's got all the rest of his time to catch KD, so he's not in your top 10 now. So that's
You're
not
talking about
relevant.
Giannis. I can't say his name. I'm not even
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. Yeah, you gotta be about. If you want to be a basketball fan, you gotta know how to pronounce these names, bro. Antetokounmpo. Come on, get the other person that calls Shay. Are you a basketball fan?
I'm not gonna say his name, but what you're saying, you're saying under the belief that Giannis is gonna fall off a cliff and just be non-existent.
But aren't we talking about no though? Are we talking about no?
The next year?
But just because Giannis becomes dominant, that doesn't mean that he's gonna have playoff success. KD was very dominant on the Nets. Y'all still don't give him rights for that, bruh. You got a Nets jersey right now. He was dominant for y'all team. Come on, no.
I'm not saying that at all.
So if that's not gonna happen, then it's like it just unless he just God forbid just gone, then that's the only way he won't catch Durant. He won't pass. But even now, he's like right there with Durant.
I'm not
top
Somebody
10?
check on Giannis.
This is what I'm saying. KD, like you're saying that like KD's gonna fall. Look, if it's something we know, whether you love or hate him, it's death, taxes, and KD's gonna average 25 on like 52, 53 every season. So you can essentially pencil him in. If he only plays 60 games a year, you can pencil him in for 25 years. So that's basically like 1,800. Hold on. That's like 1,800 to 2 grand points every year. Adding that to his total right now where he's at. So that puts him in 3 years in top 3 all-time scoring. And that continues to go, right? Because he's talked about how we know how much, if it's something he loves, it's the game of basketball.
Yes,
he doesn't want to leave it, right?
Right.
So while Giannis continues to progress and Jokic, yes, so does KD's career. What are we doing?
But the KD isn't adding anything to his career. Him scoring more points doesn't add anything else.
You know the playoffs still exist, right? You know KD can still go to the playoffs, right? You know KD's career isn't over just because he's old, right? You know KD's career isn't paused, right? You know he's still playing. He could literally do everything that Giannis is doing that you're talking about. He still has potential. He's still in the league. Come on, bruh.
Quite a bit.
No, it doesn't.
That's literally the only claim to fame for Wilt Chamberlain. That's like the main claim to fame.
Accolades.
He's got the all NBA accolades.
Championships, MVPs, DOP,
He's got
offensive, all NBAs,
he's
all
got
that type of stuff.
championships. He's got an MVP. He's got
It was already
finals
mentioned.
MVP.
It was already mentioned. Durant, you gotta understand the biggest thing on Durant's thing that will always haunt him and will never leave him. That you, as a grown man, know he played on OKC. The 72-9 Warriors beat his team. He decided at the end of the season to go join that team because there was a big spike in the cap to where he could fit in to the team and join Golden State to get his two championships.
Why would that haunt him? But why would that? The only person that haunts is fans.
Them 2 championships don't count.
To y'all aren't real. The players respect it. The only people who have ever said this are fans.
The players respect it. Are we sure about that? Do players respect that ring? I don't think they do. They are the ones that had to play against that team. I don't think they even mess with that team.
Have always
Don't
said, bro.
respect
That's just like fans saying now respect the Lakers bubble championship. Only people who say, I was gonna say only people who say that
People
are
don't, but they
fans, bro.
definitely
Fans
don't
don't
respect
matter,
that.
but the fans don't matter.
Top 10, Giannis, Jokic will kick him out.
But you're saying they're not there now. That's so my point is proven. You just said they will
they're
kick him
there.
out.
Jokic is there now.
You said they
No.
will be. You've proven my point. You have admitted he's 10 now.
No.
That's okay.
All right, listen, KD's not even top 3 small forward.
What? That is a crazy statement. Y'all are just rage baiting at this point. Y'all are just coming out here. You don't have any arguments, so you're just coming out here to say anything. Y'all don't have any arguments, so you're just coming here to rage bait. Talk trees. No, bruh. Who else is better than KD? I can't even think of any other small forwards, dog. I can't think of anybody else.
He's not. Here we go. We have LeBron.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about LeBron.
Who I don't know why people don't.
But
like
KD is better than Larry Bird. though. KD is better than Larry Bird.
I think it's because a lot of folks didn't see him play and they haven't actually gone and watched some of his old games.
I've seen him play.
I believe you.
Of course you saw him play, Unc. Of course you saw him play. Look at you, Unc.
Trust me, bro.
Who else is better?
I'm taking Kawhi Leonard. I'm taking.
If you really think about it, Kawhi Leonard and KD are on the same path, career path right now. They both won their 2 championships. People will argue that Kawhi got his championships in a more respectable way. People will argue that he went to the Raptors, and that is known as one of the best rings of all time. People will say that he got his rings in a more respectable way. But since Kawhi won his 2 rings, what has he done? Same thing with KD. He won his 2 rings. What has he done? He won on the Spurs, and then he won on the Raptors. After that, what else? What else can you? I want to hear that KD and Kawhi argument, because they think that it's close, right? But I don't think that. I think it's close. It's close. It's arguable, but they literally have the same career paths. 2 rings, and no success after that. That's literally what it is. 2 rings, no success after. And both of them got their second rings around the same time, 2019 and 2018. I could see the argument, but bruh, they literally have the same career path.
Kawhi over KD.
I'm gonna tell you a fun fact.
I really am. I'm taking him.
No, I can understand why based on the potential.
I only named 3. Can I name 2 more?
I mean, you already wrong. You already wrong.
No.
But go ahead. I got something for Kawhi. But go ahead.
All right. Scotty, because he defends way better.
What? This is an old head for real. This is really an old head. If you really could think about it, though, we could low-key kick Larry Bird on the top tree, bro, and put Kawhi. Bro, we are done with the 90s. We are done with the 80s. We are done. We are done with the 70s. Come on, bro. Kawhi over Larry Bird. Let's start a conversation. Kawhi over Larry Bird.
It's disturbing.
And when
y'all
Scotty,
can admit he's gone off the rails.
And when Scotty was the number 1 option, they went to the conference finals.
And when KD was the number 1 player, they won the championship. When KD was the number 1 player, they won another championship. Your maximum ceiling is the conference finals. KD was out here winning championships and finals MVP, my brother. While playing with another top 10 player on his hip. Scotty Barnes was playing with Michael Jordan by his side. Couldn't do what he did. He was still a role player technically. When KD had Steph Curry, a top 10 player on his side, he was dominating, winning championships. Come on, no. Come on.
Semifinals. They went there. We know. Listen. We know Scotty defends. KD is not an all-world defender. He really isn't. I'm not going to look at the number 1.
But he's an all-world offensive player. Scotty Barnes isn't. Come on. You telling me, right? If you had to pick a 1v1 situation, if you have 4 players on your team, you have 1 more spot left, KD or Scotty Barnes. You're not picking KD. You're not picking the Slim Reaper. What are you on, bruh? What are you on? Because you are not sober.
Be like, listen, I want KD on him. KD's respectable. No, he's just irrespectable. Respectable. Scotty defends. And then you know what? Since I'm kind of old school, I've seen a lot of basketball. I'm going to go with the Doc. I'm going to go with Drew Irvin. He changed the game. Got rings with the Sixers. People have KD top 10. I don't even have him. What's that? I named 5? Small forwards? I named 5?
All right, I'm going to let you go.
Elgin Baylor, if you want me to go.
All right, let me go there.
If you want me to go there.
Let him talk, gang. You talking for too much and you don't say nothing. You are getting me. This dude's named Elgin Baylor. All right, let him talk.
Okay, let me.
I'm definitely
let him talk, gang.
Bird, LeBron, Scotty, Kawhi. I'm taking them over
Okay,
KD.
look, I know scoring is taboo. It's a taboo conversation here.
I mean,
but
it's
let me
more
tell
to
you,
it, the basketball.
Let him
is.
talk. You
Let
talk.
me tell you something about Kawhi. Okay. I'm gonna name a name of somebody who has more points than Kawhi, who's been retired for over a decade. It's gonna sound crazy when I tell you the name. Monte Ellis. I can name 4 other folks like that in that same tier
You taking
of
Monte Ellis over Kawhi Leonard?
If Kawhi is as good as you say, what have the Clippers done under his tutelage? Because I heard a lot of slander for KD and what his teams haven't done.
Yeah.
What have the Clippers?
Like, listen.
And what has Kawhi done? What? He carried Toronto, so you can say that KD was going off on the Warriors. What did both of them do after their 10 years with their last championship winning team? What did they do? Both of them, they niche since they left their last team that won a championship with. KD did nothing when he left the Warriors. And Kawhi did nothing when he left the Raptors. Both of them are in the same situation.
All
I just hold on. I asked about
He carried Toronto. He carried Toronto.
KD, what did we see KD do versus Toronto in the finals? He played how many minutes and did what? He was okay. I'm getting off. You named all these small forwards who are better. What has Kawhi done in his career to be better than KD's entire scope of his career?
He's got two.
Scotty included in that too.
Okay, listen. So Kawhi has got a chip with the Spurs.
Okay. KD has a chip with the Warriors. Okay.
Finals MVP.
KD has a Finals MVP.
Average 14.
His first Finals appearance, NBA Finals appearance in 2040, Kawhi Leonard averaged 14. Thank you, editor. Thank you so much for this, bruh. Thank you so much for putting this right here. In his first NBA Finals appearance in 2014, Kawhi Leonard averaged 14.6 points and 11 rebounds per game. That is respectable. Very respectable. But for a role player. Very respectable for a role player. For a superstar player, a touchy small forward though, I don't think that cuts it though. I don't think it cuts it. So really, if you really want to talk, if you want to really talk Twitter points, his only real ring, Kawhi's only real ring is the Raptors ring. That's really his only real ring, dang. You feel like what?
In the finals, he didn't shut down LeBron.
No,
yes, he did. Look it up. He did not shut down. He got all this praise for shutting down Bron. Bron averaged 27, 9, and 9.
Finals MVP.
Man, listen.
Finals MVP.
Mention his
And then he
mention
went
his
to
Toronto. Mention
and
Toronto.
They did the same
Do not
thing.
mention. Yeah, no,
They did the same
Toronto.
thing.
Toronto.
So
He absolutely
they
carried
both
them.
got 2 Finals MVPs, correct?
You can. Those are not the same. Those are not weighed the same.
How they are not-
KD. Hold on, please. Hold on. Now, listen to this. We're comparing Finals MVPs. All right, this is KD's first one. We're gonna count. We're gonna compare KD's first Finals MVP and Kawhi's. KD averaged 35.5, 8.2 rebounds, and 5.6 assists. He shot 57% from the field and 47% from three. In the finals versus Bron, okay? Kawhi, his first finals. I was off, excuse me. It was 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists with an all-time great Spurs team we saw there as well, just like KD was with the Warriors. Now, you're comparing those two. Which is a more powerful finals MVP? Now, be real, man.
The one with the Raptors. I'll take that one.
That's not what we just said.
But I'll take that one. You said I'll take that one.
We're comparing. You said he's got 2 same as KD. I said they're not way the same. You said they are. And I just read you the 2. Which is more meaningful, man?
Listen. It's easy for KD. Like you like come on, fan. Like really. Like we gonna do this? We gonna do this? KD on the Warriors, it's easy for him to average a bunch of points. You got 2 of the best shooters of all time.
Before the Warriors, that 2014 Spurs team was the greatest passing team and shooting team of all time. Check the stats. That was an all-time great team. That won 60-plus games. I think that Spurs team.
Yes, it was.
4 games.
That team. Kawhi and KD are in the same situations. The Raptors are down there a super team too. The 2019 Raptors were down there a super team. They were one of the deepest teams in NBA history. If you look at the Raptors bench and the people on that roster, you will be surprised how many role players that will get minutes on any team nowadays are on that team. That is a special super team. They don't have the superstar talent, but they have the role player talent. That is like if the New York Knicks, the current New York Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, they had LeBron on there. That's how deep the Raptors were.
4 games total in their playoff run. You're trying to. I know you. So you're discounting. So you're saying the Spurs weren't an all-time great team that year.
Listen, they both got 2 Finals MVPs.
They're not weighed the same. They're not weighed the same. We know that.
How you gonna be like, listen, $5? That's not worth as much as the other $5. $5.
You know they're not weighed the same. So 14 points is 16 points is the same as 35.
It's a Finals MVP.
What? Oh my God, this dude is retarded. So you're telling me that every Finals MVP is the same? Every single Finals MVP is the same. Everyone that has a Finals MVP is on the same level. You're not telling me that there's not a better Finals MVP performance than the other Finals MVP performance? You're not telling me that there's not a better MVP season than the other MVP season? You're telling me every MVP season and every Finals MVP performance is the same? That's because it's a Finals MVP. How are you comparing basketball to $5? What? You should compare it to what you did to get that $5. Imagine you got $5 from doing something like, or you got $5 from doing actual hard work. That's different type. That's different types of money right there. Different types of money. Different types.
Same.
It's a finals
It's 35
MVP.
more than it's 35 more than 16.
No, it's a finals MVP.
It's $10 more than 5.
No, it's a
He should be asking if all the finals MVP are the same. This KD final is cooking right now. If you lose that, if you lose this, it's because of that, bro. You should have said, "Are all finals MVPs the same?" You would have won the argument right there. You would have won the argument.
Your analogy.
No.
It's $10 more than 5.
It's a finals MVP.
You're not
Good question. Is it a finals
It doesn't
MVP?
say finals MVP.
not-
Nope, that's not worth more. This is worth more. You can't say that. They both finals MVPs.
Okay.
Correct? Off topic. Steve
Well,
Nash
you know,
MVP.
well, I
is
mean,
the
but you
same.
hear from players. You hear from players that don't count Steve Nash as MVPs. You've heard that
Okay,
from
but
numerous
listen,
players.
This is MVP. He could go home and be like, yo, this is MVP.
Well, yeah, he can. But the player, I'm just telling you, same way you're asking me.
Bro, he really takes that most MVP. Bro, he not. KD final just, bro, come on.
It's weighed the same. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
If you're still watching on YouTube, comment. It's a finals MVP.
The next claim is that KD is the greatest USA basketball player.
I don't care about this. But who won that argument? They didn't say. Let me do this last one. Let me see how long this video is. We at 50 minutes, gang. We are at 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Yeah, let me wrap this up, bro. But this video would have been mad long if I watched this entire thing. I'm not watching this set. I don't care about this set. If you want to watch this video yourself, it's called Kevin Durant 5 vs 10 haters by Hustle Highlights and Clash. If you want to watch it yourself, go ahead. I'm not watching this entire thing because this is going to be too long of a video. Let's go to the last point.
Every athlete should utilize social media the way KD does.
The same way?
I like how he hops over that chair.
So your claim is that every athlete should utilize social media like KD does.
I'm saying as responsive. I'm not saying necessarily whether they should choose to engage with whomever they choose to engage with. That's their business. But they should be as responsive. If you say something to him, for the most part, he's going to respond, good and bad. We see consistently he engages with those who have thoughtful questions. We see him engage with those who are hating or say something he doesn't agree with. I think he's actively trying to control his own narrative, which I think LeBron sort of led the path in regard to you got to control your narrative before somebody else does. So
I mean, there's lots of ways to control your narrative. Like you said, LeBron doesn't get mixy with the people online. You know, he got
he goes on podcasts and does.
Yeah, he gets his podcast and he'll cherry pick interviews here and there. Durant is on Twitter going back and forth, calling people with a cream donut, or all that. He calling people names. I forgot. It was something like
but don't they call him names though?
But here's the thing. You also gotta to be kind of serious. Here's the thing. You gotta understand mental health. Like, I know sometimes when I get mixy, sometimes it weighs on my mind if I'm going back and forth with somebody, anticipating what they're going to say back. When you're a high-level athlete, we're talking about a place that 99.9% of people will never achieve and never see. So your mental's got to be on point. We saw that in The Last Dance and how Jordan approached the game. Jordan was so great because his mental was ironclad strong. Kobe was Mamba mentality because his mind was strong. Your mind cannot be that ironclad strong. If you're online going back and forth with people online talking and saying things and trying to monitor what you're saying, because we live in a society where it's so easy to get canceled. You say the wrong thing, you say something like "shut your fat ass up." Oh, he's fat phobic. We
get him out of here.
Right, we taking your shoes.
Yeah.
That you run the risk of going back and forth with people online, and that does not serve a lot of, because you got to understand. I had a good friend, Pac-Man Jones, played for the Titans.
Yeah.
A lot of these boys come from the hood.
Yeah,
they came from the gutter, and they don't. They haven't got media trained.
Yeah.
They just came from, they friend just shot somebody, like some wild stuff. You throw them, they in the league now, they in the NFL or wherever, the NBA, they online going back and forth with somebody. It is very likely they will say something, bet I'ma see you. What? Whoa.
Yeah, we saw that with Ja.
Whoa,
Yeah, we saw that. Ja, didn't we?
There is a lot of people that shouldn't
Ja ain't really like that, though.
not be.
Ja ain't like that, bro. He not really like that. He came from he basically from Beverly Hills. He basically came from Hollywood.
Online going back and forth with people, because what's going to happen
He's
is
from the same hood as LaMelo and Alonzo.
a lot of basement dweller people who ain't never been outside, never touched grass, and they literally get off on Durant and all the people replying because they feel important now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm important because what's happening in social media is we got a lot of people who don't belong at the big kids table, who don't belong at the popular kids table, but now they think they belong because social media has equaled the playing field. No, sir. You live in the basement. You're never going to have an apartment. You just talking stuff.
Yeah.
KD, millions of dollars. Jordan, millions of dollars. Kobe, all these people got money. They live in a life. They can fly to Cannes, France, just whenever they want. We don't need to mix it up at all. And so some players say what you're gonna say, dip off and train and be great. Come back in, say a little bit something, dip off.
So number one, I think you're preaching. I think almost everything you said there is accurate. I'll say this. I think one of the reasons we sort of, as a society or a lot of people demonize how KD interacts with people on social is because they put him on a pedestal. To me, yes, he's an athlete, but he's nothing more than a man at the end of the day, right? I know if somebody tweets me, slandering me, I'm going to respond. If somebody tweets you or posts something on your Facebook page or something, slander you, you're going to respond. If we stop putting them on pedestals and treat them like regular folks who so happen to be exceptional athletes or professionals, then I think, we nobody will feel that way.
To whom much is given, much is required.
Do you have to respond to everything, though? You are an athlete. You are going to get slandered anyway. Like, there's no amount of slander that you can't, like, there's unlimited slander when you're an athlete. There's too much. You can't even reply to there's an unlimited amount of slander that you will get. You can't even reply to all of them because there's so much that keeps on coming and pulling on you every day. When you get that big, you aren't KD. You could like find like five people slandering you. Reply them easily. KD, he could go on his Twitter every day and find someone slandering him, Lord. There's unlimited slander for him. He does not have to respond to every single person when it's that unlimited, when it's coming at him every single day. I don't agree with that.
Then I think, we nobody will feel that way.
To whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually makes sense.
Okay, so I actually am going to talk directly to Kevin because I'm pretty sure he's going to be honest in the comment section from this. I think you should probably stay off social media because it showcases who you are as a person, and that can impact the game beyond the social media, right? Like when he's in the game, we know he has a notorious reputation for having bad relationships with his teammates, and I think
that's never been a thing. That has never been a thing.
No, he does have
no bad relationship with his teammate. His teammates are constantly saying otherwise.
He just did a podcast with LeBron where he talked about his teammates being nothing more than sit in the corner, catch and shoot when I don't have another option.
That's not a relationship, though. That's how he sees his teammates. That is his relationship with them, but what are their relationship with him? That's a completely different thing.
And he just did that to Brad Beal. He turned Brad Beal, an all-star, into a catch and shoot in the corner type of player.
Bradley Beal is that right now. Bradley Beal is that. He's not good anymore.
He was the one.
Bradley Beal is trash. That is not on KD.
Shooting. KD was the one in the corner. No. What are you talking about?
No. Okay. So, but back to the point. Well, back to the point. What I'm saying is, the stuff he does on social media showcases who he really is as a person, and it makes you see on the back end why some of his teams might not be so successful. Is he truly a leader if he's going on social media and ranting back and forth to people who, like he said, have never been in his position?
But everybody doesn't need to be a leader. That's because you're a star player doesn't mean you have to be the leader. Anybody on the team could be a leader, not only the star player. This is not a hierarchy. This is not the best person, the best person on the team gets the hierarchy. Like most teams, the captain is not the best player.
Don't know anything about the ins and outs of basketball truly. And then on top of that, we're all social media people in here, and we talked about it previously. You've been getting rage baited all day. People get paid to post online. So what people are saying, whether it's fact or fiction, you responding to it, you're putting money in their pockets, bro. It's not a smart decision.
Okay, so let me start with yes. I was.
So basically, you're saying KD is a good man because he's feeding families out here by responding to haters. Clap it up for KD. He is out here feeding families by responding to the hate. Clap it up for KD. He is such a good man. Shout out to KD.
Successfully rage baited once, but I think, but I think we can say I generally stay even keeled throughout all this, even when people are yelling. Number two, I'll say this. With what I do, I feel very confident in what I do on a daily basis, my job. And I feel like if somebody's coming at me negatively, disrespecting what I do, what I built, I'm absolutely going to respond.
You are not KD, bruh. KD has unlimited hate coming at him.
Whether you're getting paid for it or not, you're not gonna get away with just being able to slander
All
me
right,
when
well,
it's inaccurate and it's
Kevin's
wrong.
job is to put that ball in the hoop.
He does
My
it.
job is to be a social media person, and I'm telling you, Kevin, it's not a good look, bro. Don't do it.
But it's not a good look to who? Corporate America doesn't care. He's still fine on that front. So, I mean, it's only not good look to other fans.
If somebody claps at you, you have the right to clap back. But when you clap back, do you use a burner or do you use your account? Because my thing is you should stand on business, right? If people are clapping, you're clapping back, use your own account.
We've
Just
been
use your
seeing
own
him,
account.
but we've been seeing him use his own account. Literally, the only time the burner was mentioned was literally back then. That was in 2015. He only uses his account to respond. That's why he's on there all the time. You see his tweets. That's not relevant
what does
right
him
now.
using a burner say about him?
But that was so long ago. He doesn't use it anymore.
What is he responding from right now? Is it his
No,
account
I'm
or a
just saying-
burner?
okay, let's say take KD out of it. Take KD out of it. Take him out of it. If somebody gets clapped at on social media, doesn't use their own account and uses a burner, what does it say about that person?
I can't tell you. I don't know the person.
You know him. It's KD.
You're saying that he uses his own account.
He does not. He uses burners. He doesn't stand on
No.
business.
Can I pull up? Can somebody
All
pull up
that,
Twitter?
like-
I wish we could put up a screen of Twitter right now. He only respond like you're talking. You're citing a very specific one
I
incident.
don't know. He might still have burners.
You literally
know.
okay? Tweet him that right
I
now
don't
and
wanna
see what he
tweet
said.
him.
Yeah,
I don't have to tweet him.
He responds from his own account. That's what I'm saying. That was a valid concern. Yes, when he did it. But if you go on Twitter at any point, he's actively responding to everybody from his account. So I mean, I feel what you're trying to say, but he's not using a burner.
I think sometimes KD comes off as a little insecure. And look, when you're a public-facing figure, you're going to get criticism. I get criticism all the time. You do not have to respond to every single person.
I agree.
You don't have to. And also, as much as you do respond, you're not going to change the narrative. People are going to think what they're going to think. And you can only control what you're going to control. And to me, to be a strong-minded person, you don't have to go at everybody. You don't have to. I'm not saying he can't, but you don't have to. And to me, it shows a little bit of insecurity. And I wish the best for KD, and I feel a little bad for him.
I wouldn't say I feel bad for him. The
I'm
man's
saying I do.
the man's a millionaire.
That's like money.
That's what I'm saying. I would
Okay.
never feel bad for anybody who's just got extravagant bread. There's no point. Here's my other thing. I think when we think of when he responds on Twitter, people zero in specifically on when he responds to negative comments, but he's consistently responding to positive things. Every day
not
is
disagreeing. I'm not
that's what I'm saying.
disagreeing,
And that's when I say when they should use social media like that, it's just further interaction with fans who want that. Builds further relationship, and I do think there is pure correlation between sales and fans feeling like they are part of, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a social media guy, but social media is not for everybody. So to tell every athlete they should use social media, I don't think that's the right way to go. Like Kawhi, it's okay. He don't use social media. Jokic,
Yeah, I mean,
there's
there's a reason Kawhi doesn't get any sales on his New Balance.
Kawhi wins, and he was the best player in the championship.
He wins what? What has he done on the Clippers? Bro, people be overrating Kawhi Leonard so crazy. He's a great player, but he wins? KD, I ain't won the same amount of times, gang. KD who thinks also then, if you want to point, last thing Kawhi Leonard won wasn't even in this decade. It was in 2019. Last time KD won was in 2018. They are in the same boat.
The most important player on the championship team.
That's
we're talking, what matters. Basketball. Basketball's a basketball
but
sport.
but I'm saying he would get significantly more if he had.
Maybe you don't want that.
Well, I mean, that's fine. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know, but I'm saying, all I'm saying is like,
But you
this is
said
about.
should. I think you should be true to yourself.
Well, yeah, that's KD's self. Like, and also you saying he's insecure.
But you said should.
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, but here's my other thing too. And we always comment that he's insecure. As a human, nobody's fully 100% confident. Everybody has something they're insecure about. You have something.
Speak for yourself.
So you're not insecure about anything about yourself.
Nope.
That's cap. That's so cap. Yes, I don't respect that, bro. Be a human. You could show insecurities a little bit though. You don't gotta be 100% confident, gang.
At the end of the day, when it comes to telling players, hey, you should use your social media presence more, not everybody needs to say something or do something. There's plenty of players off the top of mind that we can name right now and probably be like, how people think about you would probably be better if you didn't type this or record this or hop on this podcast.
I mean, I'm torn, right, just because there was a lot of good points made on both sides, and I do think – but I will say I'm going to go with the haters on this one because I think specifically the prompt was saying, like, to use it like KD does, and I agree with the fan in saying that engagement is important for sure, but pick and choose what you engage with because KD fanning the flames of stupidity only makes more stupidity. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to highlight somebody saying something dumb, the next person's be like, oh, I got to say something dumb in order to get noticed. And then we have a bunch of idiots on the internet. So.
I'm a KD fan simply because I'm a fan of buckets, and I'm a fan of people who just care about basketball. Like, regardless of everything else going on, whether it's on the court or off the court, I feel like you can always go watch him play and just enjoy the beauty of the game. You know where his spots are, you know how he's going to get there, and you're going to see him impacted, and I enjoy seeing his passion for the game. I feel like there's not a lot of players who have that same level of passion. Many who love basketball.
Are they going to see who wins? Judges for
Not
it.
as much as him.
Judges, discuss amongst yourselves. Who do you want to represent the haters?
I think I have to go towards the Nets fan.
Yeah, between him and Combo, so I'm cool with that. Cool.
He's been giving me fits. I think that's genuinely a mismatch for sure.
All right, cool. Freddie BTV.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go with Freddie BTV in the middle with the black jersey.
I hate Kevin Durant because, yes, like
He
you
is
said,
crazy.
he has a beauty of hooping in the game. But understand, when you play basketball, you get to the NBA, you're getting paid. You're a professional. It is a job now. When it's a job, it's also about competition. You got other people that are getting paid. That are trying.
I can't believe you really got a Net fan in the building. Like, what happened to the New York Nets, bro? You chose to be a Brooklyn Net fan, willingly? Isn't that a Kevin Durant jersey?
Beat you, and you have to add that piece in. It'd be different if Kevin Durant was playing at Rucker Park, playing in the park, and just having fun for the love of the game. You need that, but when you get to the NBA, you gotta have that dog, and you gotta have that heart, and your heart gotta pump for real. You gotta come for the gusto, for rings, accolades, and glory. So you build a legacy when you talking about you getting paid. People,
he talking over the shot clock violation, dog. That was a violation. He talking too much. The shot clock already over.
Paying their hard money to come see you play, which funds your.
How many seconds he's gonna talk? Let me see. Let's see how long he's gonna keep talking. I'm gonna start the timer now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Paycheck. And if you're getting paid millions of dollars, you gotta come with it every day when competition.
I was 6 seconds, and you were talking way more over the shot clock. That was like 15 seconds of you talking. Oh, that should be a violation. That should get some points deducted.
I think the fan did a very good job. I think he came in with his talking points. He made good points.
And went over the shot clock, by the way.
Kevin Durant was very logical across every round.
And went over the shot clock, by the way.
But I think there's ever an episode of this show that's not based on logic. That's based on emotion and based on respect. And frankly, based on bullshit. It's the Kevin Durant one. And the haters came with all the emotion, all the respect in the world. And I think to beat them with Kevin Durant and respect talk, you have to meet them with emotion. And I don't think the fan did that. So I'm going with the haters. You can't out-logic. You can't out-logic Kevin Durant haters. It's not going to happen.
I'm not gonna lie, you made so many great points, and they moved me. Especially you over there with the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander jersey. You made me want to root for America more than I ever wanted to ever, bro. Ever.
At this time?
But I'm going
the KD hater.
KD fan.
I mean, fine, right?
I had to do so because he was very intentional.
Okay, the last judge, it all lands on him. It's the last judge.
His words, and there were just so many inconsistencies. Through all the emotion, naturally, there's going to be inconsistencies. But he remained consistent, similar to KD on the court. He got it.
Ooh,
and all the last judge.
And, look, this is tough because if you talk about KD, the basketball player, if you're a basketball fan, there's no greater pleasure than watching him play basketball. If we're being real, he's up there with a lot of guys that any of us are privileged to watch play, for sure. And I think a lot of the negativity that comes around KD that was highlighted by the haters are just cherry-picked from very select moments of his career that ultimately are defining his entire, historic Hall of Fame career. But if we're just talking about the debate today, regardless of my feelings, I really appreciate that the fan came through prepared with facts and also very calm with a room full of people going against him. That is tough to do. But
the fans won. The haters won.
That I do think that
the haters
more
won.
Times than not today, the haters came through and they have receipts and they explain exactly why. So I'm going with the haters today.
Bro, missing the whole. And I'm not. I mean.
Congrats on the hate.
Ain't seeing, bro. I can't believe that, bro. Oh my god, we gotta watch the SGA one. I hope the SGA haters cook up. I gotta watch that one eventually. I'm so glad this video isn't too. I mean, it is long, but this could have been longer. Like, this is 1 hour, 8 minutes. We didn't even watch the full video. Imagine if you watch the full video, how long this video will be. But I gotta watch that SJ one. I hope the haters win. And I know the person that's representing SJ. That's Tree Cone, a YouTuber slash Twitter person. Twitter. He's on Twitter and he's a YouTuber. He said he's the best since Jordan. Nah, LeBron has this, buddy. Come on, no. I gotta watch that. This one long though, like almost down. That one is a long watch. But I'm going.